Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike the Baseball Guy, and today we are going to be doing some ranked seasons. I guess the point of this video series is seeing if a very amateur player like myself can make it through the ranked seasons grind. So the team we're going with today is my current team that I've been using in ranked, which is basically pretty much a God Squad. Um, but of course, my Blue Jays homer bias coming through with Bichette at short and Guerrero at first. We got Mookie at second, J-Ram at third, who's probably been my favorite hitter so far. Acuna, Belly, and Carroll make up the outfield, along with Soto DHing and Adley behind the dish. On the bench, we got Austin Riley, Julio Rodriguez, Barry Larkin, and Ketel Marte. We got Riley and Julio in to potentially sub in for our lefties. The same with Ketel and Barry Larkin's just some added flexibility. Maybe I switch him out next time. In terms of the rotation, we're going to be going with 99 Cy Young Collection Reward Corey Kluber. And in the pen, we got 4 lefties, 4 righties. Let's see how we do. Currently, we are sitting at 629. So once we get above 700, we'll start playing on Hall of Fame. But for now, let's continue to push forward and hopefully hit 900 before the season ends. We still have some time. Today is October 15th at the time of recording. And I'm pretty sure that Season 5 starts on Friday, November 3rd. So we're going to get a ton of new postseason content between then and now. Sorry. That gives us just under 3 weeks to try and get it done. So let's see what we can do. All right, so we are facing P5 Bob Gibson, P4 Bob Gibson, along with P5 Joe Morgan. Don't really see that card too often, obviously, as there's a wild card required to get that one. All right, so Joe Morgan leading off. Corey Kluber, I think a lot of people have seen him. Pretty typical to go cutters in, sinkers away. Mix in the slurve as well. And just figure out our opponent here in the early going. We'll pitch his couple swings, both out of the zone, so let's maybe tempt him a little bit further, see if he swings here. Not go where I wanted, but we get strike 3, so no complaints. 1 up, 1 down, so far so good. Buck O'Neil up next. We're going to try an outside slider, then maybe go back to the cutter inside. Hit our spots. That's the great thing about Kluber. I forget, I'll have to check the stats, but pretty sure he's got like max walks per 9, which is amazing, and coming onto display at full force here early on. Not where he wanted that slurve, but it's high enough off the bottom of the corner that we don't get burned too hard. Oh, interesting. John Donaldson, two-way player being used as a hitter. Can't say I've seen this before. Obviously, we've seen the pitcher to seemingly no end, but oh, give me that strike, Blue. Guess we didn't get the call. Let's go to a backdoor cutter here. We missed our spot. 2-1. Let's go upstairs with a fastball. We want this to hit the zone. Don't want to fall behind 3-1 this early in the game. And we're going to bury a changeup, see if we can get a swing and miss. If not, we'll go back to something hard. There we go. Strike 3 ends the inning. Get our first AB here. Hopefully put up something against Bob Gibson. So, Bob Gibson, everyone's seen a ton of him in Season 1. This card is a little bit weaker, but still a pretty decent card. So expect a heavy dosage of that outlier fastball with the outlier slurve. We got a pitch down the middle there, and thankfully it drops. We're not going to get too aggressive here. We're going to just hold at second. Still very early on. But yeah, usually I like to be a little bit more patient in the early going, but I don't know, it was just kind of a case of see ball, hit ball right down the middle. Same with that one, but we're under it, unfortunately. Did not move my PCI at all. We're going to try and take third here. Didn't get the best jump, but we take it. Oh, thanks DG versus the world. Appreciate it. Alright, so staying patient here. Fastball up and in. 103, that's pretty tough. Slider away. He does have an open base, so he could put Vlad on here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Sinker low, and he just misses us at the plate. So we get a little bit lucky there. If we hit it any harder, we probably would have been gone. Just a typical case of the CPU sending the runner automatically, although I'm not complaining. Sometimes it can suck though, especially if it's hit a little bit harder to like the second baseman and then they chuck it straight home on a perfect throw and then you're out. Sometimes you don't even realize that that the runner's going. Get bailed there, sorry. Not a good swing by us. Probably talking too much on the slider inside. Gonna try and stay patient. Could have easily grounded it. That could have turned into a double play, so. Gonna try and get a pitch up, see what we can do. Like hitting up with Soto as we swing through the changeup. Too late. Gotta speed the bat up here. Fastball away. Seems like he's been trying to nibble us a bit after we made really good contact with Jose Ramirez to start the game. That loud contact, perfect double in the gap. So we'll continue to stay patient here, drive that pitch count up, hopefully get into the bullpen sooner than later. No, probably should have swung there, but part of the process. Fastball up and in, so he's definitely challenging us here after we left that fastball go. And we're early on a changeup in, just fighting off with 2 strikes. Slider down and away. See where he goes here, maybe back to the hard stuff. He does. Yeah, kind of a weird swing we put on that. PCI was too far off and just late, so. Oh, you just got the 99 Acuna? Nice. Thanks, DGVS. It's a pretty good card. Alright, back to work with Corey Kluber. Start him off with a pretty traditional pitch sequence with the sinker away. Caught a little bit more of the zone that I wanted. Let's go back to that cutter in. Swing it again. Alright, we're going to make this one nowhere near the zone. Even if he doesn't swing, or he does, great. I was just going to say that it'll set up our changeup away regardless. So sometimes it's okay to, you know, use a pitch to set up, especially 0-2. Typically not trying to waste too many pitches, but that high fastball really kind of serves the added benefit of, you know, kind of what happened there. A potential swing and miss, and worst case then sets up some slow stuff away. Oh. Do I commentate on tourneys? No, I don't. Sorry. But that would be fun. Kind of like a scan. Too bad what happened to Thune. Yeah, no worries. Text-to-speech is cool too. Alright, so quick 0-2 here. We're going to go back to that changeup, hopefully get a rollover or a swing and a miss. And no swing, dotted on the outside, strike 3. Really liking Corey Kluber so far. I've only pitched with him a couple times. But I think one time I did well, one time I got lit up. So hopefully a better start here. Alright, back to work with the bats. Fastball, then a changeup. See where he goes here. Probably slider away. Fastball down. And that's the advantage of hitting with the auto shift on. We just ground it to second, and instead of a ground out, we get a single. So that's just one example of why you should probably turn it off. Also with an outlier pitcher like Bob Gibson, I find sometimes, especially with a leadoff batter, when you have like a righty hitter at the plate and they shift left, you can afford to be late on the fastball, because if you're late on it and smack it on the ground, you basically get that result with Mookie. All right, almost a 4-pitch walk there with Corbin Carroll. We'll see where he goes here. Change up down the middle, and we line out, unfortunately. Got a pretty good piece of it, 105 off the bat. Thankfully, who's on first there? Thankfully, Mookie gets back to first in time, so we don't get doubled off. Dang, just under the slider there. I was looking for it, but just an example of, I guess, sometimes bad PCI placement can really haunt you, so good to get on it early. Jose Ramirez, did we get all of it? Yes, we did. There we go. 2-run shot to make it 3-0. Jose's been having himself a little game so far. Lead off double followed by a 2-run bomb. Good start. All right, slider down and in. So trying to see if we have any tendencies here. Sinker, we're on top of it, unfortunately, but you know, we'll work with it. I think we got him up to over 30 pitches there in the first 2 innings. So, and of course we got 3 runs. So pretty good start so far with the bats. Let's try and have a quick inning here pitching and hopefully maintain that momentum. Getting back to work hitting. Nasty slurve on the inside corner. We're gonna go high and up, high and inside fastball is like a show me pitch here. And he stares at it for strike 3. So that slurve is so slow going away. It's like 84 miles an hour, and then we paint to 97 on the upper inside. So I feel like that was a pretty decent sequence there. Easy pop up to Mookie there with the inside changeup. I'm gonna go back to that slurve again inside. Last time with the lefty swing and a miss. All right. We're gonna hesitate. Double up. Didn't hit my spot. We get the swing through again. Question is, do we go that again for strike 3? And we get a quit. Dang. Well, that's ranked seasons for you in mid-October of the game cycle, but we won't complain. We'll take it. That gets our rating up to, let's see, 655. So onwards and upwards. I think next start will be Clayton Kershaw. He's probably my only pitcher with max energy. We get a match right away. Yeah, there we go. Cliff Lee's also full, so we'll use him next game. All right, we are going up against P4 Finest Flashbacks Randy Johnson, which is unfortunate. Never like facing Randy Johnson, but see what we can do. All right. Clayton Kershaw filling out our opponent, takes us to center right away. Playing a 12-0 player. You know, I think I played this guy earlier today, actually. I think it might have been with Kershaw as well. I think he lit me up for like 9 runs, so hopefully I have a better output here. Using a very different team, though. You might know my strategy already.
1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, 1-1. Change up in. Good layoff by him. Obvious pitch here would be fastball up and in, which I'm going to try, but you might be expecting this. He was. Luckily, he was on top of it. We get a ground out to second. It's like he's using like a wild card theme team or something. Alright, slider down. Go sinker away here. Swing through on it. He's late. We're going to try and pump a fastball up and in off the plate. See if he's late on it. He is. Alright, so good start with Kershaw. I'm going to see how he pitches us with Randy. Full disclosure, this might be a little bit ugly.
Ball, that's out.
I haven't had a lot of practice against Outlier in the last 2 games I've played, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, fastball away, slider in. Typically to righties. And that's pretty typical sequencing, so you're going to see a lot of probably splitters low, sliders in, fastballs up and away. Fastballs up and in like that, and we're under it. Probably should have taken that, even though it was a strike. Really not going to do much with that. So lefty here early on with Cody Bellinger. We might pinch for Corbin Carroll when we get to him in the lineup, just because I've been struggling with him versus lefties recently. Although Cody Bellinger and Juan Soto, I feel decently comfortable hitting lefty left, but we'll see how the first 2 at-bats goes. Might need to make a pinch hit later. Of course, the score will kind of determine that as well. Dang, bad PCI placement on the slider. Saw that pretty well. Good timing on it too, even though it was late. Felt like I could have gone Oppo Taco, but just too far off with the PCI. Pumps the gas bias. I was waiting on a slider inside. There we get it, and we miss it. This is kind of the struggle versus Randy. Lots of velo, and there's the splitter low. So, okay, so we'll try and smarten up, I guess, next inning. Look for those pitches and try and execute a little better with the PCI on some of those. We also need to fix our timing to catch up with the outlier. Alright, Marte pops it up. This is the same guy I played earlier today. He just absolutely wrecked me with, it was like Stanton and Marte. They each had 2 bombs, ended up losing 9-5, so I'm just really glad to start the inning off with getting Marte out. Here's the 99 Mike Trout. Haven't faced him too much. Luckily we get a ground out there. Jamie Rollins, he's definitely using the shortstop team build, so no surprise that he's pausing. Most likely we're going to get a pinch hit here. Jeremy Pena, so makes sense. And you guys can let me know, but I'm like 99% sure that even if you take the captain out of the game, the boost still is active, which I don't know. I guess I don't hate it if I'm using it, but facing it, it's kind of a cheese. Alright, swing through there on the slider, way too early on it. We're going to double up, go inside. See if we can get a swing, miss my spot, easy take. Alright, we're going to try and go circle low and away. And we get him to swing over it, so strike 3. So good start with Kershaw. Had a few strikeouts. Just kind of trying to keep him off balance. Mix up the timing a little bit. Just trying to avoid that really hard contact, because we do. That's how you get served up. Slider inside, and not sure why I'm swinging at that, but a bad pop out with Adley. Let's try and lock in here and take some more pitches and try and get that pitch count up on Randy. Great pitch by him. That would have been a nasty front door slider, but he just missed his spot, didn't get the call. Fastball away. This guy's really dotting me right now. Oh, we get that fastball up and in. I was looking for it, but the 2-seam can be good up and in, because it looks like a 4-seam and then breaks in at the last minute hard on the hands. So you can see how my PCI was off there, and obviously the timing was pretty bad too, which led to the pop out. So we've been seeing a lot of fastballs away, sliders into righties, so splitters low too. So let's try and catch on to that here. Fastball low. Looks like he was just trying to get a strike there. Probably doesn't want to fall behind 3-0. Getting cute. There we go. Fastball in, and we take it to left. We're going to push a double here. Acuna with 93 speed. And we're in there. So reason I'm pushing that, 2 outs. Clearly have been struggling a little bit with the bats so far, so really want to get him into scoring position. So if I get a cheapy single or something here, we get a run across. So 2 fastballs right in a row. He's going right after us here. Splitter low. Thankfully we laid off. Might go to slider in. And he went to us with the heat. Good mix by him. We're just too late. We really got to pick up that bat speed. So super unfortunate we strand Acuna there. Would have been nice to get one on the board early on, but just kind of glad to have made some solid contact after we've been struggling a little bit early on. Right. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. So looks like he's, I don't know if he's pressing or there's been a couple pitches way off the plate he was laying off of earlier, but he hasn't lately. So let's see. Well, we can afford to nibble here a little bit. The pitch count's only at 21. Turning over the lineup to the top of the order. He's been swinging a lot, like he did right there again. So for now, until he makes an adjustment, we're going to continue to live on the corners and see if we can get that. I mean, ideally, if we continue with that, hopefully, there's a lot of weak contact that inning. That's exactly what we're trying to do with Kershaw. I mean, especially on All-Star, we're not trying to go for like a 20 strikeout game or anything. Trying to conserve energy, keep the pitch count low so we can go deep into the game. Hopefully, we don't have to use a lot of energy out of our bullpen. There we go with Corbin, trying to stay patient. He showed us that front door slider a couple times, so I'll be honest, didn't read it totally perfect out of the hand, but definitely a location I've seen before, so definitely helped with the reaction. Oh, man, we got the fastball and we were ready for it, but PCI did not move. Had good timing. Oh, even with that, took it to center field pretty deep, 95 exit velo, but we're 2 under it. No surprise he goes back to the slow stuff after. I feel like he's kind of reading us too. Like, sometimes I find it's like you make good contact with a pitch, they're going to go to the complete opposite to adjust. A little bit of game theory there. And bad discipline on our part. Oh, wow, we get a gift. Slider down and in would have been an inning-ending double play, but I guess he just overthrew it on the throwing meter, so definitely a gift here that we're trying to capitalize. Sometimes you can tell from your opponents when, I don't want to say body language, but like, I mean, put yourself in his position. Clearly tilted, inning-ending double play turns into an overthrow. Oh, don't tell me this is a freeze-off. No way. Come on. Man, I felt like we were having a really competitive, close game here. Dang, I was getting excited. Anyways, to finish that thought there, so first and third, 1 out. Can afford to be aggressive, don't need to be super patient. Pretty comfortable there with Cody Bellinger lefty-lefty. And sometimes when your opponent's tilted, they just tend to just spam like the main pitch. So Randy Johnson's main pitch, obviously X is that fastball. And he threw it up and in, which is pretty typical to lefties. So that's why I jumped on it right away. Didn't fully get it to go deep to right, but it was enough for a deep fly ball, so we could score a run. I don't know why the run's not showing. That's weird. Or maybe he quit, or I don't know. Seems like we got some kind of freeze off and he quit. Thankfully he quit, so we didn't take the loss. Boost our rating up by 28. So we were at 655. So that'll take us to 682, I believe.